Welcome back. Caskey Live at 8-ish today, 8:17. I have a standing appointment on Monday at 7:15, and I can't get back to the house in time, so you don't need to hear my excuses, do you? Bill Caskey here. We are doing this every day, every weekday during the month of March, helping you to finish the quarter strong and lay the groundwork for the next quarter. So every day I come to you with a different topic. Last week, we spent most of our time on building a marketing funnel. And if that appeals to you, it's hard for me to decide whether that whole topic is appealing to people. It is for my clients because all of my clients who are paying me to come in and help them with their business, lead generation is a big part of that. But it's always hard for me to tell whether that topic is really important or not. It is for me, it is for us, and it is for all my clients. But leave a comment with and let me know if you like that topic or not. We might go a little bit deeper into it. You're free to leave a comment here. I can't promise I will answer it while I'm on the air here today. We're going live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and in the Facebook group called Going Pro. Topic today. The topic today is an outgrowth of something that I've witnessed over the last few years, and that is the decided emphasis on customer experience. And I've even had some clients over the years who are dedicated to improving customer experience. And I think that's great. I love, it's called CX, obviously, in the business, and I think it's all very important. There is, though, something that occurred to me here about a year ago, and that is, what about prospect experience? Are we really giving our prospects a good experience when we're in the sales process? If you've been in a sales process before, recently, where you're the buyer, you realize how poor a lot of sales processes are and how terrible the prospect experience is. Then when someone comes along and gives you a good one, you're like, wow, that's the kind of company I want to work with. In fact, that might even be one of the deciding factors and criteria is, what is this person like in the buyer-seller dance? And is this the kind of person I want to work with? Do they exhibit the kinds of traits that say that's a kind of customer or kind of vendor I want to have? And so I've got 5 here that I think are important. And I want to share these with you and get your comments, get your feedback on whether you think these are useful or not. And so I'm going to, kind of think of the foundation here as, do we make it easy to buy? Do you make it easy for your prospects to buy? Do you make it easy for them to find you, first of all? So if you're an accounting firm, are you easy to find? And I was listening to the radio the other day, and there was an add-on for this mortuary in Indianapolis called Feeney Hornyak. I think it's either Hornak or Hornyak, Feeney Hornyak. And it's kind of a weird name and weird combination. They've been around forever, and they've spent a lot of money on ads here recently. I hear them, and it's Feeney Hornyak this, Feeney Hornyak. We're really good at what we do, and we'll make you comfortable and make your loved one comfortable, and blah, blah, blah. Then at the end, it says, for more details and to book a call, go to digitalgrouppeace.com or something weird like that. It's like, really? And they only said the website once. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm interested. Oh, it sounds like they're very nice people. And then they gave me a website that had nothing to do with the name of the company. And that's an example of not making it easy. So thousands of people are listening to that. Hundreds are saying, interesting. And then they're not making it easy for you to book a call. I know it's a strange, maybe a strange example, but I think we have to look at all parts of our process and ask the question, are we making it easy? Here's number 1. Is it easy for your customer or prospect? I'm going to say customer here because it could be either, to schedule an appointment with you. Is it easy for them to get on your calendar, to book a call with you? If it's not, that's a bad first step in the process. Do they have to email you and go back and forth, or call and stay on hold and go to a phone tree and do that whole thing? Or can they go online and book a meeting with you? If you don't have a calendaring system, you're living in the 90s. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the 1990s, not 1890s. You've got to have a calendaring system. It's $150 a year. Come on, man. You got to invest in yourself in these kinds of things. So it could be Calendly, it could be Meetup. There's a lot. We use Calendly. I'm not attached to that. It's a very good system. We learn it. It's very useful. But if that's the first step in the process and they can't figure out how to book a call, what do people do when they can't figure it out? They give up. They go somewhere else. So are you really helping your people by you saving $100 a year by not having a calendaring software? Okay. So that's number one, is do you make it easy to book a call? Number two, when you are on the phone with them or on a Zoom call the first time, are you giving them a proper expectation? Do they know what to expect when they get on that call? Once they're on the call, do they know what to expect? I've got a client who's really good at this, and he says whenever we have a first call, he starts the call by saying, look, you scheduled this call. We appreciate it. Got a couple of us on, a couple of you on. Here's the way we typically work. And then he lays out the process of this first call, not the entire sales process, but just this first call. And he says people become at ease. They're more likely to share. He says I've done some tests doing that and not doing that. And whenever we do it, we just get so much more information and our close percentage goes up. So this is not just a nice to do. These are things here that I think are really important. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, how clear are you with your message of value? You've spent a lot of time innovating and creating enormous value, and you're unique in the market. How much time have you spent mastering the communication of that value? I know you're mastering the value. Got it. You're good at what you do. Got it. No worries there. How much time have you spent in the communication process mastering how you express that? I bet you haven't spent as much time as you need to. If you don't spend hours on that whole idea of how do you take your message of value and communicate it, express it to your prospects so that they will say the response you'll get is, that's what I want. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly my circumstance or my dilemma or my pain or my problem or my goals or whatever. If you deliver your message and they look at their watch, it's not good. That's not good. You're lousy at messaging. Messaging is huge today. Why is it huge today? Because it's complicated. And it's complicated by the fact that you're in competition with all these other messages that are coming at your prospect. Have nothing to do with your business or your niche. It doesn't matter. A lot of messages, a lot of what do you call them? Dreg, lots of stuff that doesn't matter. Lots of noise. We'll put it that way. Lots of noise, not much signal. Okay. I got to read this. I can't read this. I'll let go. Oh, number 4, are you making them a sophisticated buyer? Are you educating them on how to buy your particular product? And I'm not suggesting that you're, doing brochures on how to buy from you. I'm just talking about, are you making them a more sophisticated buyer? Are you really educating them as to the pluses and minuses of this kind of vendor and that kind of vendor and this kind of product and that kind of product? And I'm not talking about you just pitching your stuff. I'm talking about, are you making them more sophisticated? One of the things that we've done in our corporate work, whenever someone is interested in talking to us about training their entire sales team, is I've got a page that I send to them, and it's got curriculum on it. It's got how we work with companies. It's got the kinds of problems you have that companies typically have. It has some examples of some work that we've done with clients. So they can, in one page, get, it's probably 30, 45 minutes worth of content, and they can get it all there. And that's an example of making them sophisticated. It's not pitchy. It's not, let me tell you how great we are. It's all very educational. It's all very helpful. So are you doing that? Are you making them a more educated, more sophisticated buyer? Number 5, are you laying out the map? Is there a map orientation to helping your customer get from where they are to where they want to be? And you guys, you got to get away from the constant trying to close them and trying to pitch them and trying to prove to them how great you are. I've got a client who I've been working with them for 5-6 months, and there are a handful of people in that company who get it, and they are on top of this. They're really good at this, and they just have become good. And then I've got 70% of the people who love selling the old way, the pitch and persuade and convince and defend, and they're struggling. They're all struggling. They're struggling to get into prospects. They're struggling once they get in. Guys, you've got to change your MO when it comes to selling and your attitude around it. And I know you don't want to hear that because you want to keep things the same. Buying is different today. And you can tell me I'm full of, you know what, and the internet doesn't matter. Oh, the internet matters. Their ability to find information out very quickly turns you into a commodity. It just does. So what's left for you? What's left is the map. How you help guide somebody from point A to point B. Point A is today where they have a problem. Point B is in the future where they have you've solved all their problems and you've helped them get to a new place in life. And you are the guide, and guides have maps. A guide would never think about taking a group of people out across the mountain without a map, without some kind of a triptych, as we used to say in the old AAA world. Okay, so what did you learn today? We've got making it easy to buy. Number one, making it easy to set the first appointment. It's amazing how we want first appointments. Oh, yeah, we just need more first appointments. Okay, well, what's your process? Well, they call me and I call them back, and they call me and I call them back, and then I email sometimes and they email sometimes, and we really? Today, 2023, you're doing that? Come on. So get a calendar, get some kind of a tool to help make it easy to schedule. Number two, a proper expectation of what's going to happen on those first calls. Number three, become clear about your offer and about your message. Just become super clear. And this goes for, I said offer there, more about your message. But if you have an offer, an offer means what does it look like to work with you, then that needs to be a part of that clarity message as well. Number four, make them more sophisticated. Help them buy. Help them become really a good buyer. You know what? If they go somewhere else, they go somewhere else. Oh, well, I'm detached. So you'll win some, you lose some, you dress for all of them. And number five is lay out your map. So let me know in the comments on this, whether you like this or not. And I will take a shower tomorrow. I promise you. All right. See you next